I did a video like this about a month or so ago, but I figured since it is Pride Month, I figured I'd do like a follow-up in this video. And yeah, this is going to be another Into the Infinityverse, where I talk about certain aspects of the Infinityverse, the shared fanfiction universe that me and my friend Jason Voorhees 2011 work on together. And basically what this is like I said, a follow-up to all the LGBTQ characters that are in the Infinityverse. And yeah, just going to talk about some about that. I did do a video about it, and I am going to do a little more reiteration with some of them, because I did forget to mention a few. I don't want to spoil some, but I will talk about several. Anyway, so one character I forgot to mention that we are having as bisexual is Toffee from Star vs. the Force of Evil. Now, the reason why Toffee is bisexual is because apparently Darren Nefsey wanted to hint that Toffee was either bi or pan, but never had a chance to. At least that's what I'm hearing. Like, that's what I've heard. Like, a lot of like Toffee was meant to be bi or pansexual, which in a weird way it makes sense. Like, it really does make sense. It really does make sense that Toffee, as old as he is, he probably has had flings with both men and women. He's probably had a lot of flings with both men and women of his species, or even out there in the other worlds. So yeah, Toffee is going to be bisexual in our universe. Now he is, even though yes, right now he's in hell because he's dead. Like I said, with Star versus, like, it's kind of like an alternate take of we're going off the rails from Season 4, for obvious reasons, and Toffee's death is still canon, but right now Toffee is in hell. And he did have a female lover, and that is Dominator, who right now has lost all of her stuff, because at the end of Season 2 she lost all of her things, is now, like, rebuilding herself as, like, a bounty hunter. There's going to be more to that story as well, but yeah. So Toffee is in a heterosexual relationship. Well, he's dead right now, but you know what I mean. But that doesn't mean just because he's in hell, he doesn't mean he's going to ignore, he's going to ignore his feelings or whatever. So Toffee is bisexual, but he is in a heterosexual relationship currently. And by currently, I mean, like, it's long distance is what I'm saying right now. Anyway. So, what was I gonna say? So there's Toffee, another character from Star Versus that has a different sexual orientation. And this is one that hasn't really been explored, so it's fine. I always like exploring orientations of characters who we never got really an orientation on. And I did talk about this one, and that's Janna. Janna currently in the Infinityverse is the apprentice to Merrick Ishtar from Yu-Gi-Oh!, who is, in our universe, the Sorcerer Supreme. And I talked about this in the previous Pride video, that what happened, basically what she is in our continuity is that she's both pansexual and poly. Because Janna really does give off that vibe of being very much of free love, regardless of gender or how many lovers. So Janna being pan and poly it just made a lot of sense. Because it just fit so well with her character. Anyway, so what was I going to say? And Janna is going to have some relationships in the Infinityverse. We're just kind of getting to that point eventually. So anyway, if you're wondering, and I always forget to talk about this as well, I always forget to talk about it in these videos, is that a lot of actually all of the relationships are safe of the LGBT community. Like Uranus and Neptune, they're safe. Obviously, Luz and Amity, they're good. Korra and Asami, good. We're all good here. Like, every relationship every show relationship of LGBT Pride characters, they're all good. Like, they're all safe. We're all cool here. Everything's fine. We're fine here. How are you? I'm sorry, I had to do the Star Wars reference. So, yeah. Among other characters, I did talk about this before. I figured I'd reiterate it here. One of the major characters who's going to be part of the LGBTQ plus community in the Infinityverse is Shizuo, who most of you guys remember is a character who was a boy who got to be a female superhero. And in our universe, a lot of this has been written by me, has basically been about Guy, that's his name, Guy Hampton, coming to terms with his gender. Like, he's having a lot of like questions about his gender identity, and he is one of the major 7 leaders of the Infinity League, and eventually we're going to be getting to the point where he is going to transition from him pronouns to she her pronouns. He is eventually going to be transitioning from male to female. So yes, he is, like, we're going full on trans superhero. He is a trans superhero. We are having him as full on transgender, which the show kind of like bantied about and never really dived into. But here we're going full on. This is what we want to. This is what we want to do. This is what how we're gonna write it. He is also in a relationship with Heidi, who I didn't say. I forgot to mention with Heidi Wienerman from Randy Cunningham, Ninth Grade Ninja. Heidi's actually bisexual. I think I mistakenly said pansexual in the previous video, but yeah, she's meant to be bisexual. Who is in a relationship with Shizuo right now, but she doesn't know that Shizuo's not a woman right now. She doesn't know that that Shizuo's really a boy, and Guy is really afraid to tell her because she's in love with Shizuo. And to which in one story I wrote for the Spotlight, his sidekick Maz said, "Does it matter? I mean, if she likes both guys and girls, it's not going to matter." And to which we kind of pointed out in the story, no, the fact that he's been lying to her and she was in love with Shizuo, not the person he's pretending to be. That's the problem, is that he's scared now to tell her, "Hey, I'm really a guy. My name is Guy." That's his big thing. Like, that is the problem he is facing right now. So we're going to be dealing a lot with gender identity with that character. No one knows that he's really a boy. Like, the secret identity is secure for right now. But we are getting to that point where he is going to be eventually coming out saying, "Hey, I'm really a guy, but I view myself as a woman." So that we'll be going more and more deep into that one. Anyway, was there anybody else I wanted to mention? Was there anybody else I wanted to bring up? I feel like I am forgetting someone, but yeah. So there you go. There's a few other characters here and there I wanted to bring up because, again, it's Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everybody! Even though, yes, straight white guy, talking about pride, I know that doesn't carry words, but hey, God forbid, you treat somebody, regardless of their gender or otherwise, with any kind of monochrome of respect, right? God forbid you don't do, you want to see everybody treated equally, so, just the ally, talking about this stuff. So, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this? Like it, hate it, and if you have any other questions, like who's in a relationship, who's not, or who's part of the LGBTQ plus community in the Infinityverse, just comment below, let me know. And once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.